I'm a little bit curious about this Adam and Eve video. How I stopped sponsoring, or excuse me, how I stopped sponsoring Adam and Eve. Oh yeah, I guess I just read that right. Um, I got a sponsor from them one time. It was pretty cool. And I don't think that they felt like they got the return on their investment, so they didn't sponsor me again after. But it was all right. Let's see what this guy is. This is from Little Joel. Let's go.
Hey everybody, so let me tell you the story of how I fell out with the sponsor Adam and Eve. This story is broken between two parts, the past and the present. So let's get started on the past. So
just like
years ago.
What is that, a Christmas Carol? For some reason I want to say The Nightmare Before Christmas, but that's not the right way to say it.
I had one video, my Ben Shapiro one, that was sponsored by Adam and Eve. They were
That's a little ironic. It's kind of funny, actually.
Very easy to work with. They paid pretty well. It seemed great. But then I found out on the internet about a sex toy that they were selling that is bad for you. The sex toy is this, like...
What does that mean? And it's bad for you? Because according to Jesus Christ Almighty, it's all bad for you. So what are you talking about?
Cheap jelly dildo.
What? I gotta look it up. Okay. Why is it bad for you?
The thing about these soft jelly dildos is that you can't reuse them. They're made out of this porous, sticky material, and so if you use them again after using them once, you have a very high chance of getting some kind of a vaginal infection. So this leads...
Really? Why? I just feel like all you have to do is clean it. Is this true? Wouldn't you just, why can't you just clean it?
Leads me into one of the funniest email conversations I think I've ever had in my life with a man who will not be named and who I will be calling Sexboy. I presented this problem to Sexboy because I was interested in taking another Adam and Eve sponsorship, and I wanted them to solve the problem on the website, right? And Sexboy responded, basically just, you know...
Okay. Hey, sorry for the delay. There's just two things I'm a little bit worried about. First, I've heard reviews online say that some of the toys that you sell aren't safe for use, and I was wondering if you had any knowledge of that.
And I wanted them to solve the problem on the website, right? And Sexboy responded, basically just, you know, brushing me off, right? Some people get angry that we sell products that are meant for one-time use because some people try to use them repeatedly and could give themselves some sort of a bacterial infection. They would prefer that we don't even sell the product at all.
Well, I guess as long as you tell them it's a one-time use product. Such a weird video that we're doing right now.
So I respond like, okay, but shouldn't you be warning people on the website that they can't be reusing these dildos? That seems like a dangerous thing not to tell them. He says they just get their product descriptions from the manufacturer. That's not what Adam...
My girlfriend and I purchased a dildo along with this plus-size lace corset strap-on harness. Straight male that loves being pegged. That's the review. Where this segment's probably not going to be released. Maybe I'll make it a members only video. She loves the harness. I love the jelly dildo. We use a condom and slippery stuff to get stuff gel with this product. I love the lathe girth and feel. Not too flimsy, not too soft. I'm 6'4", so my I'm 6'4". I'm 6'4", so my prostate is a little further in than most. This dildo hits the spot. She loves pegging me because of my reaction. I love to be pegged because of the multiple prostate orgasms without ejaculation. The jelly dildo fills me without any discomfort and feels amazing sliding in and out of me. We've used this along with the new harnesses twice. Both times I've had multiple prostate orgasms. I highly recommend this dildo if you are a man that loves being penetrated and enjoys full body prostate orgasms. Holy fuck. That is the top. That's the 5-star top rating. Okay. I'm doing my research. Holy, that scared the crap out of me. Why do I have an alarm set? Wow. Okay. Whew. Wow. Sorry. A little bit of crying. Had to wash it like 6 times to get this awful smell. It had become unbearable. The toy box arrived with the bottom open. Okay. I mean, I don't know what to tell you about these reviews. Suction cup doesn't work. Enough for my wife to get fully into it. It falls. Okay. So I'm not really seeing any comments that are explicitly about how you can't clean it or it's a one-time use. I wonder if where he got this idea from. I feel like this isn't that big of a deal. This one says, "Big boy, love how flexible it is." Big old jelly friend. Good dildo for my needs. Bigger in person than I ever expected, actually. If anything, it's a little tiny bit soft, and that's probably just due to the jelly nature of it. Overall, gets the job done. Very nice shape and girth for me. 5 out of 5. Wow. Awful. Too flimsy. Most of the reviews are just about how it's not hard enough. Most people are just saying it's not hard enough. Okay, this is incredible.
Adam and Eve does. I take issue with that. I have a problem with that. I respond, I mean, if what you're saying about one-time use is true, then having the words, "when playtime's done, wipe down your pink jelly slime dildo with Adam and Eve's 4-in-1 pure and cleaning misting toy cleaner, or use warm soapy water, rinse and pat dry on a jelly dildo," extremely misleading. Thanks for your time, though. It was honestly a pleasure working with you. He responds, once again, brushing me off, trying to lead me off the trail, saying, also, quite a few of our influencers are licensed sex therapists with PhDs. I would hope that their voice carries a little more weight than someone who doesn't have a college degree and just likes to make crazy statements on YouTube.
He kind of got owned there. I personally, if I was the person interacting with him, I just would have left it alone. Because this guy, like, listen, personally, the reason that he's not supporting this to me seems like a real big pearl clutch. I mean, I'm not seeing any reviews. I don't even know what reviews he's getting from where you can't use them multiple times. It sounded like somebody complained in his chat or whatever, and then he was instantly like, "Oh, let me fix this for you." I could absolutely be wrong. That's how it feels. Like I said, I could be 1,000% incorrect about that, but he seems to have like kind of a pedantic criticism here. But yeah, whatever. Do your thing, I guess. But if I was the person, the agent working with him or whatever you want to call it, I would have just not cared anymore. I feel like you can clean this though. I'm looking at it. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
To which I respond, and which basically ends the conversation, but you literally said they're only safe for one-time use.
That's not what he said. What he said was like a very like businessy proposal of like, well, there's some objects that are one-time use only and people don't listen. He probably didn't even care enough to look into what you were talking about and gave you a generic like copy-paste response.
Like, you said that, and then you lie about it on your website because you don't have the resources. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So that was in the past. That was all years ago. So now it's time for part 2 of this video, the present, because let me tell you something. They still haven't solved the fucking problem. The exact same copy is on Adam and Eve's website, advertising the exact same fucking dildo. Let me read you some goddamn reviews of this gel dildo. Had to wash it like 6 times to get this awful smell it had to become bearable. 3 stars.
Yeah, I read this. I got the right product. We read that one, remember?
For one thing, that person's making a huge mistake. You can't sanitize it into being usable again. It's porous. It can't be sanitized.
Is it like who? What's the claim that it's porous though? Like, where's that claim coming from? That's like the problem I have is that like I didn't see like where did his initial claim? Where did his initial claim come from? That's the problem that I'm having here. It's it sounds like somebody complained and he's just taking what they said for like at face value.
How's she supposed to know that? What's she supposed to do? She has a rank dildo in her house now. Let me read you some more reviews. Works, but the material requires a boil to actually clean. It's too porous.
Oh, I guess that's where he's getting it from.
Okay, and then this other person writes this other comment saying, also, since it's a jelly material, things like lint can stick to it easily, so just make sure to clean it often. Do not clean this by boiling it, since it will melt in some places. People are all over the place, man. They don't know what to do with this fucking dildo.
Yeah, but also, the person who said that they were boiling it is probably somebody who just thinks that they know what they're talking about. This kind of happens a lot, where people on the internet think that they're fucking professionals at everything.
In their lives that they bought from a company that sold them a lie. Adam and Eve, solve your dildo problem now. If you wanted me to, I would do this for free. If you gave me back-end access to Adam and Eve's website, I would just bloop, 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 go on the product description and write single-use only dildo. Can't use it again. Done. 5 minutes of your time.
I don't think it's a single-use
selling people
item, though.
Trash, Adam and Eve. Wild. I just wanted to add, by the way, that, I don't want to get Sex Boy in trouble. Like, I don't want to make anyone mad at Sex Boy or whatever. He didn't do nothing wrong. He's just a cog in a greater machine, You should be looking to the sky. You should be looking to the real dildo failures here, not Sex Boy.
Yeah, maybe he's the one who wrote maybe he's the 6'4" guy that likes to get pegged. That's apparently 45 to 54. All right, that was interesting. I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.